Let's go back.
This video is brought to you by B&I Guitar Pedals, boutique design at an affordable price, and Sarah Plumbing. If you're like me, you probably really want a DynaMount, but you don't really want to spend that much money, and I get it, it's awesome, it's worth it, it's worth every penny, but times are hard, and some people are on tight budgets, so I thought, what if I could just get the one axis I move the most? I find that when I'm recording guitars in like a studio session, quote studio, the axis I'm moving a lot is just left and right. I don't typically need to go up and down ever. Once I kind of just get it in the center of the speaker, I leave it there and I adjust left and right. So, and I also, Z would be awesome, but that's just extra fancy. So I set out to see what I could do for the absolute cheapest price possible to get a DynaMount, like a stripped down DynaMount that just goes in the X direction. And I was talking to this engineer I work with named Richard Graw, and he said, I have an idea, get this stepper motor linear rail thing, get this controller and a power supply, and you've got 90% of what you need. The last little bit would be the 3D printed adapter I made, which just takes 4 M4 screws to mount into this, basically just a 5/8 27 thread that every microphone holder, whatever you call it, like a mic stand microphone holder, just screws right into. So those are the 4 major parts of this. And if I'm doing my math right in my head, you can get all of this for about $150. And especially if you can 3D print something yourself, or if you have a used power supply or something that you could repurpose, you're even further along. So it might be like $100 at that point. I'm going to put up on the screen the 4, major parts. 1, the power supply. I'll put a picture. The controller, which this is it when I bought it here off Amazon for like $26 rounding up. The stepper motor rail, which was under $90 on eBay when I got it. And then the 3D printed, I guess you call it, adapter for the microphone adapter that I made. Also, I just want to be clear, this is in no way competing with the DynaMount. It's not anywhere as good. It is simply something that can get you a little bit closer, can be a piece of what the DynaMount can do. One of the axes to give you some functionality here. And I also want to note, yes, there is noise. It can be an issue for you. If you extend the cables, you could get the power supply further away, etc. Yada yada yada. You're recording really loud guitars here. So in my experience, in my recordings, the pure loudness of the amp combined with a directional microphone has overcome any noise that is in the system there. Just wanted to note that. And also, I have not extended the wires for this video because I'm still in the process of making all this. I want to have a nice enclosure for the power supply, and I want to be able to put some type of enclosure for the controller, and put that near my computer so I can be in another room remotely reamping and turning the knobs and listening through Pro Tools and not hearing the amp itself so much. So this is not complete, but I wanted to give you what I was doing here so that you could at least get started yourself, because I think now it's just prettying it up and doing stuff most people know how to do. This is more the electrical side / what components to buy, which is more valuable. So anyway, let me give you a quick overview of how it works. So this is a mess right now, but basically you can think of this as 3 major parts. You have the controller here, which you can think of this as your speed. If you turn this clockwise, it gets faster. If you turn it counterclockwise, it goes slower. You can go very fast, like this, or really slow if you turn it down to do micro bumps. It's still pretty fast. Let me go down into like that. That's pretty slow. But anyway, and then you have 2 buttons. This is for clockwise. You turn it on to move, you turn it on again to stop it, indicated by this light. And then this is your counterclockwise, indicated by this light. So like I said, the controller, then this power supply here, which I'll go into detail on, and then the linear rail here, which I'll put links to all these things, or at least pictures on screen of what's going on. And then if you want to count it as the 4th thing, I 3D printed a little plate that screws in here with 4 M4 screws and just a regular mic holder, and that's it. And I know someone's going to say, well, this isn't long enough, you need to be in the control room. I am going to extend these wires here so that I can have a big distance between the amp and me. So I can be in the control room or at a desk in a different room or whatever, and adjusting the microphone remotely while listening to it through Pro Tools. So. If it's not obvious by the camera's color here, the motor wires, yellow is going to A positive, blue is going to A negative, red is going to B negative, and green is going to B positive. And then from there, I have this little connector here. I got the ground and this orange cable here going to, in this case, V negative for the ground and V positive for the orange. And then I jumped the voltage negative to the ground there with another little jumper. Then from there I just have a power plug, a 3-prong plug with the green on ground, L is black live, and then the neutral is white there, and that's just getting plugged into power source over there. I'm aware this is dangerous. You can touch these contacts, so this is going to actually be put in an enclosure to avoid some of those risks. Again, you're dealing with electronics and electricity, so please be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, don't experiment with this stuff. I had Richard Graw at work helping me with this, and eventually this is going to be put inside a little, I guess, container you'd call it, and I'll have this mounted somewhere near my desk prettier. So that's pretty much the whole setup right there. And obviously for the purpose of this video, I have this all just floating. It can move around and vibrate and all that stuff. I would have this secured, but for right now in this video, I'm not even done making this, I'm not even done assembling this project. For right now, it's sitting on a speaker box, a cardboard box, just because it was about the right height to be in the middle of these speakers. And I'm just using a Shure SM57 here. If you're interested, let me know below in the comments. I can get you the STL file here for my adapter to let you put any speaker microphone holder adapter onto that.